I'm Steve here again with Nicole, and Nicole is a certified nutritionist. So thanks for being with us, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
What is your exact degree? I mean, what is your official degree?
My official degree is a holistic nutritionist. I'm board certified so I can treat across state lines, and that makes me unique with my degree.
Right. Okay. Board certified. All right. So we want to train our bodies to burn fat, but we have two different types of fat on our body, right?
Correct.
Or on or in our body. That's brown fat and white fat. So
Yep.
What's the difference?
There's a huge difference. And actually, I always thought a long time ago that this was a myth that we had two different types of fat. But it's actually not. It's white fat is where our energy that we're not expending, the calories that we've taken in and we're not expending, I like to say it goes to die. We have a set amount of adipose tissue in our body, and it will expand and expand and expand. And that's what we're doing by not, when we take a calorie in and we don't use it and use that energy, that's what happens is we expand that white fat adipose tissue. Then there's brown fat, which is the fat that we want. That's the thermogenic fat. That's the one that burns fat. It actually helps regulate our temperatures in our body, which is amazing. And it burns energy. It actually burns fat and carbs more efficiently. And that's what happens when we're building muscle and that kind of stuff. Actually, how newborns are born and you think, God, why don't kids they don't feel cold? Why does it seem like they can jump in Lake Tahoe and not be cold? It's because they have more brown fat on them. We lose that as we get older because we create more white fat by eating too much and the wrong calories and that kind of thing. Brown fat actually boosts metabolism because it's thermogenic. So it helps that mitochondria really work and strive and do all the right things to help our immune system. It helps control insulin and insulin sensitivity because it's got a ton of mitochondria inside of brown fat. It's not just tissue that's getting fatty. It's actually has mitochondria and it's working well for us if we're eating the right things and doing the right things for our body.
So is there a way for us to get more brown fat and less white fat? Because we want less white fat, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How do we do that?
So there's a few things, and you and I have recorded something on how beneficial cold therapy is, but cold therapy also helps you build more brown fat. Why? Because it's helping us heat up our body. After you are doing the cold therapy, your body has to heat up. What is that doing? Tapping into your brown fat and making more of it. Eating polyphenols that are fruits and vegetables and really using it as energy for workouts, that kind of thing. Capsaicin, which is found in peppers, which is kind of like how everybody likes hot food. It's helping their brown fat. It's heating up the body. The body's cooling it down. There's also a supplement out there. It's called Grains of Paradise. And it's a certain type of ginger that really helps build brown fat because it's thermogenic. And it helps that process move through. And of course, exercise. Exercise is always going to build more muscle, which is going to help with brown fat and turning that into muscle. But the number one thing, you guys, is sleep. I can't tell you how important sleep is. When we're sleeping a good 8 to 9 hours a night, our brown fat is keeping us warm. It's working through the night. It's detoxing our body. That's where it's at.
Okay, so you said, I just want to make sure our listeners understand, the process of reducing brown fat and gaining muscle, you can't actually change brown fat to muscle. So there's a process, right, where we're burning the brown fat and using that energy to build muscle, right?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's the brown fat is heating up and using the energy we're using, and then we're helping build muscle.
Okay, so white fat, you said we can't burn white fat. Is that right?
No.
Okay,
It's
so
just
how do we get rid of it? Do we have to change it to brown fat, or how do we get rid of white fat? Because we want to get rid of that, right?
You change it to brown fat or you build it as muscle.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that everybody really understands this. So if we have white fat, ways to turn it to brown fat is by cold therapy and some of the things that you mentioned.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And it has to go to brown fat before it can do anything else.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. All right. So then it can do what brown fat does if we use some of these methods to get more of the white fat to be brown fat. All right, I got it.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your input, Nicole. That was a great subject. We appreciate you, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.